So I picked up this guitar yesterday. It's a Cromwell, made by Gibson. As far as I can tell, it's made in about 1937, and it's an eBay purchase, so it's hard to know for sure. But the seller reckoned it had two owners since 1950, and it was a local pickup, so I thought it was a chance to get a Gibson-made vintage guitar at a reasonable price. There's no setup on it yet, which means there's quite a few issues around the frets and the action in the neck so far, but I'll hopefully sort that out. So let's hear how it sounds. So as you can hear, it's a bit clacky at the moment just because of the strings hitting the upper frets, but it sounds okay with open chords. So yeah, talk through it a bit. It's a carved spruce top, mahogany back and sides, and then there's a few obvious non-original features. So here's the headstock Cromwell, you can see there. What's interesting is the nut has been replaced. Just try and get that in focus. Come on. The nut has been replaced with what I think is ivory. And the distinctive thing about this particular guitar is it's Cromwell, but it has double stripes down the fingerboard, which is very unusual. There's been a pickup fitted. So I'm not using the pickup at the moment, I'm just using a microphone. And there's also this tasteful white plastic pickguard, non-original bridge, which is very slight. It's a bad angle, it's completely busted, so it's not adjustable. Yeah, and then also non-original tailpiece, and it's not the neatest job to attach that either. So yeah, and there's a small crack in the bottom there. I don't know if that's visible on the screen, but otherwise the body is in really good condition. A few scuffs and scrapes and some checking on the lacquer, but otherwise no loose braces that I can tell. So yeah, looks alright, and I'm just making some tests before I make some changes to it. So the first thing is going to be to get this white pickguard off and see if that opens up the sound a bit. So I've just taken the pickguard off, and this is a lesson to anyone buying a guitar on eBay, that I discovered that the pickguard was in fact structural, and it was doing a job of holding this pickup into place. So this screw was attached to the pickguard, and the pickguard was screwed into the body. But what it means is that there's this little rooted hole, and then the only thing actually attaching the pickguard, the pickup to the body itself, is the screw at the top there. So that means that this whole sort of construction is a bit loose, and if anyone presses on that, then that could cause some damage up here, because that's gone through the top. So yeah, a bit of a disappointment, as you can probably imagine. I can also see that where the pickguard was, it's revealed a couple of previous attempts at sticking something to the top of the body. But hey ho, you can see the proper Gibson sunburst finish, which is always nice to see. So yeah, I mean, taking the pickguard off, I think has opened up the sound already. So I'll do a quick demo in a second. So next thing I'm going to work on is this bridge. It's non-original. As far as I can work out, it's rosewood, but these wheels are completely shot, so there's no way to adjust the height. And you can see just here it's got this recess underneath. So there's not much mass in the bridge, and as far as I understand, that's going to make for a sort of lighter, more delicate sound. It's a very slight bridge. Oh, it's very small, so you can see you actually have a slightly strange line on this side here where you can see the X bracing under the top, and there's sort of a light patch in the wood where that goes over, and we can see actually that the bridge fails to sort of touch the braces. So what I'm hoping to do is just put on a similar rosewood bridge with a recess underneath. It's a cheap one that I picked up on Amazon, just for a first attempt. And then hopefully once that connects with the braces on either side, it will engage with those a bit more and make it livelier, and it'll also allow me to raise the action so that we can stop this kind of barking on the strings where it's hitting the upper frets. And then whilst I'm here with the camera, you can see that the neck join on these guitars there's no overhang on the neck, so it's very it's a very low action. It's difficult to get that shot, but yeah, this where the neck meets the body is completely flat, so there's not a lot of clearance there. And also because this was a budget model, it's a comes without a truss rod, so that relief isn't adjustable really. So again, for anyone thinking of buying one of these, that's something to watch out for. Okay, I'll get the strings off and let's have a look at fitting this new bridge. So first things first, just taking some low tack tape, artist tape, and then marking where the original bridge is, and then using a China graph pencil to mark up on the bridge, the bass and treble side. Lesson number 2 in why you should never buy vintage guitars on eBay. So this bridge was obviously handmade by somebody, and they thought it would be a good idea to stick the posts straight through the bridge so that they were coming out the bottom, and it was actually sitting proud of the bridge when it was installed, which has left this nice mark in the top, right where the bridge is supposed to sit. But hopefully it won't affect things too much, but it's one of those things that could have been worse. So the new bridge is on. I think I was just reasonably lucky in that the bridge came and it was pretty well consoled to the body as it was. However, I sanded it and I have introduced a slight angle. It's not focusing properly. I've introduced a slight angle, which I don't think is the end of the world, and I was kind of aware that this fitting the bridge was going to be a bit of an experiment, and I might get it redone properly by a luthier later. But I'm fairly happy with that for now. What that does mean though is that the action is really high now. So you can see there, I don't have a ruler to hand, but it's much higher than it was before. Let's see how it sounds. Right, let's see how it sounds with a new bridge, much higher action, and much harder to play. rattle from the pickup now that I've taken off the scratch plate that it was using. But yeah, really good sustain. Still a little bit of fret buzz in the lower frets, but so that's all sounding good. Sounds nice and Freddie Green.